Hi everyone, my name is Rosemary Denney and I am the founder of Wealth Matters Consulting. Today we're going to be talking about digital events. And yes, we are still in COVID. It is 2021 and we are still, for the foreseeable future, canceling all in-person events. So we have to continue planning excellent digital events to engage our clients and prospects. So we're going to talk about 6 easy aspects to consider when you're considering a digital event for your target audience. The first step is to decide why you're having the event. Is the purpose business development? Is it client engagement? Is it to build relationships with existing centers of influence? Whatever the purpose is, you should identify that and the specific goals associated with that event so that you can really be honed in on the target audience. The target audience is going to really lead to the next aspect to consider, which is the content. If we've said it once, we'll say it a million times more. Content is the most important factor to consider in any outreach for your marketing strategy. What kind of content is going to cause your target audience to stop what they're doing, put an event on their calendar, and attend? Then once you decide on that content, it's time to consider whether the event is going to be internally executed, meaning just you and your team, or are you going to feature an external perspective from an outside service provider? Or is it going to be conversational? Is it going to be a presentation with a PowerPoint? Whatever the format, and each format has its own purpose and its own advantages, that should be considered when you're thinking about the type of content to deliver. The third aspect to consider is going to be to elevate the experience and make it special. For a lunch and learn, you could consider delivering lunch to the people who are confirmed to attend. For a cocktail hour conversation, you can deliver a bottle of wine or some nibbles to each one of the participants. That's going to really elevate their experience. It's going to make them feel special. It's going to make them feel like they've actually attended an event, and it's going to really make an impact for them in the future when they're thinking about your firm. And of course, the fourth aspect to consider is the right platform. Most of us are going to default to Zoom because it's the easiest, it's often free, it's what we're used to, but there are lots of platforms that are available that really should be chosen based on the goals that you want for your event. Are you going to be sharing this live on social media? Is it going to be a large event with hundreds of attendees, or is it going to be a small, intimate conversation? Each one of these platforms is different and offers different advantages. A few of them are Adobe Connect, Click Meeting Webinars, Easy Webinar, GoToWebinar, WebEx, which we're all familiar with, and of course, Zoom. The fifth aspect of hosting a virtual event is going to be test, and test again. And we cannot stress this enough. For a virtual event, it's even more important that it goes off seamlessly and that your audience isn't distracted with annoying technical difficulties. So it's really important to test several times in advance. Test the screen sharing, test the recording function, test it all in advance. The sixth and final aspect to consider is the communication, both in advance and post-event. So in advance, we're definitely going to want to have as much lead time as possible. In the real life in-person events, we would always want 4 weeks minimum advance notice. In the virtual event world, it's a little bit more acceptable to have less lead time. A week is what we would recommend at least. And then day of reminders are very helpful. A reminder that goes out the morning of your event or an hour before your event can really increase the amount of participation that you see. And then of course the follow-up. So most of these events can be recorded, and we would always recommend that the recording is posted on your website, posted on social media, and then used for personal follow-up. So in your conversations with prospects and clients, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, based on that conversation we had, I thought you might be interested in this recording of this event that we just hosted. We're sorry you couldn't make it, but we'd love for you to listen to the recording. So something along those lines for after the fact can really make all the difference in your personal outreach and your relationship building with your prospects. That's all we have for today, but we are here to answer any questions you have. So if you are considering hosting a digital event, we encourage you to reach out, give us a call, and ask us any questions you have. Have a great day.